Hello les copains, j'espère que vous allez bien. La vache, mais comment tu fais pour être aussi riche alors que je stream pas? C'est une dinguerie en vrai. Coucou Billy aussi. Oh la vache! Hello Jukin! Ah, le tier 3 ça donne plus de thunes, je savais pas. Oh non, tu vas me faire pisser de plus en plus, c'est trop grave. En tout cas, merci de ton soutien. Voilà. Et ça fait déjà 5 mois et j'ai pas streamé, je suis vraiment la merde que je pense être. Je suis désolée. Ah bah oui. Oui, je bois, je bois. Ah, le harcèlement, ça m'avait pas manqué. Ah, c'est pas toi? Oui, en fait, j'ai ma lampe qui cache le chat en partie, donc je vois pas bien les pseudos. Bah, c'est super. Bah voilà, j'ai bu, ça y est. Vous me terrifiez. Il faut le savoir, vous me terrifiez. Tous autant que vous êtes. Bon, par contre, je suis désolée, comme on joue à Danganronpa, et bah ça va switcher en anglais, même si ça fait plaisir de papoter en français avec vous. Au cas où, je sais pas si vous avez vu, faut que je fasse l'event, mais j'ai proposé du Among Us ce dimanche. Il y a pas beaucoup de gens qui ont dit oui, mais voilà. Au cas où. Y a pas de problème, Billy, c'est déjà très gentil de venir sur le stream. Ah, j'ai utilisé le HazuKazoo sur, enfin en message sur Discord à un moment, et la personne à qui j'ai envoyé était en mode mais qu'est-ce que c'est que cette emote? Moi j'étais là, bah c'est juste la best en fait. On fait pas mieux, tout simplement. Hop, voilà. Ah non, bah y a pas mieux. Mais en plus, à chaque fois que je vois Strong, je me dis ah c'était quand même un jeu de fou. Et j'ai trop envie d'y rejouer, mais ça me faisait tellement peur. Bon voilà, j'ai créé l'event. J'ai créé l'event Among Us. Donc voilà, à voir si les gens se pointeront ou pas. De toute façon, on fera un everyone comme d'habitude et on croisera les doigts. Et si c'est pas... Enfin, j'aimerais bien aussi qu'on joue à Among Us 3D, un de ces quatre. Bon, il faut l'acheter, c'est chiant. Mais j'aimerais bien qu'on joue à Among Us 3D. Et sinon, si on peut pas, au pire, je vous proposerai un autre jeu du genre The Matriarch par exemple, ça pourrait être fun. Un petit jeu qu'on peut faire même si on est que 4-5, voilà. Donc si ça vous va, on traîne ensemble pour sûr dimanche, voilà. Et bien sur ce, cette fabuleuse musique se termine, donc on va pouvoir switcher sur Danganronpa et passer en anglais bien entendu. The Matriarch, je sais que tu l'as désinstallé pour faire de la place du kin. Mais bon, après, c'est quoi? C'est 2 mégas là, ou un truc du genre. C'est vraiment un jeu très peu lourd, hein, pour le coup. Ah, tu l'as encore? Je pensais que tu l'avais désinstallé, mais je sais pas, c'était peut-être pas toi. Est-ce que Outer Worlds, ça m'intéresse? En fait, Outer Worlds, ça pourrait m'intéresser parce que j'en ai entendu énormément de bien. Le problème étant que j'ai tous les jeux Danganronpa à faire. J'ai acheté 2 autres jeux Spike Chunsoft. Je suis j'ai du stock, quoi. En plus, j'ai d'autres jeux auxquels je voulais jouer en stream et ça me prend tellement de temps. Après, rien ne m'empêche de pas faire les autres Danganronpa en stream et j'avancerai plus vite, c'est sûr, mais je me dis quitte à les avoir commencés en stream, autant les finir. Ouais, non, il y a 3 jeux, je crois, Danganronpa. Donc ouais, j'ai déjà pas mal de contenu et après si je fais d'autres trucs, bah, je me disais peut-être essayer de faire aussi des trucs en multi, bah, tout simplement peut-être refaire un stream Monster Prom, ça pourrait être cool, enfin je sais pas. Bon attendez, il faut que je passe, sur stream game. Hop là. Hop là! Pour Monster Prom, je pense pas que ça sera du Monster Prom, mais parce que là je suis juste à la partie où je grind pour faire toutes les fins, et du coup je commence à en avoir un peu marre. Peut-être du second term, à voir, ou sinon éventuellement bah, Monster Camp que j'avais acheté aussi. Enfin voilà, j'ai les autres jeux Monster Prom à part Monster Con, donc ça pourrait aussi. Puis sinon on peut trouver d'autres jeux. Non, j'ai pas encore fait. J'ai joué un petit peu à Monster Con avec un ami, mais sinon en fait je voulais faire les jeux dans l'ordre globalement. Donc du coup j'ai fait que Monster Prom normal pour l'instant. J'attends d'avoir toutes les fins secrètes et après je passerai aux autres. Okay, now that the game is fully launched, I am switching to English. Sorry. I know it's terrible and devastating, but it is how it is. We began playing this game in English. We're going to finish. I'm playing Monster Prom with like the wiki open. I try to do it without cheating, but like when I've been grinding a lot and I don't want to like waste any time, sometimes I look at it. Like it depends. I try to do it on my own, but I don't mind checking here and there to make sure I don't make stupid mistakes, because like I have 30 hours on the game and I kind of know most of the dialogues by now, so I just don't want to like waste too much time trying it over and over again. I don't really remember where we were, to be honest. I know we were towards the end, but that's about it. Oh, right. Okay, it was the time for the trial. The trial, and I of course remember everything that's happened, so we're gonna... Yeah, yep, yeah, this is going to go really well. I promise. It's gonna be so fine, because I definitely remember everything. I definitely remember everything about our investigation, about the whole game, really. Like, I'm so into it right now. I haven't been playing anything, and I've definitely not taken a, like, 2-month break of streaming. So, you know, it's gonna be awesome. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body. And finally, on steady legs. How long has it been? I don't know, but I think I must have been a couple of months. Probably. Actually, you can check on Discord, see when the last ping for stream was, and that was the last time I played the game, and it has been a while. I've been really busy. Maybe it's like 2.5. I don't really know, to be honest. And finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Yeah, okay, I get it, Makoto. I get it. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin!
I do want to save the data, even though I have done virtually nothing. Okay, so we are going to read through everything, because I don't remember anything, and it's always good to be prepared for class trial. So let's read all of our truth bullets. I don't even remember, like, what the trial is about, who the victim is. I don't know who died. I don't remember shit. All I remember is my, like, crazy theory about Junko, but it's not the most important thing. Oh, right. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Right, so we're redoing the trial that we did last time because it was rigged, I think. Several rooms had been locked up until this point. The headmaster's room on the 4th floor, the biolab on the 5th floor, the Monokuma door in the data center on the 4th floor, and the 2nd floor of the dormitory area. In addition, the areas directly connected to Mukuro Ikusapa's death are the garden and dojo. Monokuma control room. The Monokuma room in the data center opened to reveal a small room to use to comment Monokuma. This is where the mastermind had been issuing comments to the Ursin bot. TARP. The TARP found in the garden had played a part in Mukuro's murder. Biolab had been stamped onto one corner of the TARP. The same kind of TARP was found in the biolab, so there's no doubt that this TARP came from there. But it was locked. It was locked. Up till the death? According to the headmaster's report, Mukuro did not have a single scar or wound when she came to Hope's Peak Academy. In addition, her physical features were as follows. Height, 5 foot 7 inches. Wow, she would be so tall. Weight, 97 pounds. Vitals... Okay. Do we need to know that? Kyoko has confirmed that the corpse matches these characteristics. Wait. No. Never mind. I know I'm crazy, but... Or maybe I'm not crazy at all, and it's like an exact match. Who's to say? Maybe I'm not crazy at all. Oh, shit. Anyway, let's keep going. The phrase "the ultimate despair" doesn't refer to a single individual, but a like-minded group of people. 1 year ago, that group brought about the single worst event in human history. They are motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people to ever live. There was a brightly colored box sitting in the headmaster's hidden room. Inside the box were human bones, the last remains of the headmaster. Right, the headmaster, who is Kyoko's father, and she wanted to find him and tell him she, like, didn't care about him or whatever. And as it turns out, he's just, like, already dead, which kind of sucks for her. I do remember that. I do. Okay. It's slowly coming back to me. In his hidden room, the headmaster kept a photo of him and a young Kyoko together. In the photo, they are both smiling. Oh, and she didn't like him because he abandoned her, I think. Tell it to the bones. Yeah. She's just like looking at the remains of her dad and she's like, I hate you, Dad. I don't care about you. An emergency handbook was found in the headmaster's hidden room. This handbook apparently has no restrictions and was given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. The notebook was found in a locker on the second floor of the dorms. Yasuhiro's name was written on the inside and it had notes for a number of different classes. Right, and there's something weird, like they were all here before and that's where the photographs come from. Like maybe they forgot that they used to be students here? Because Kyoko seemed genuinely surprised, but I think she had stuff also in the lockers. Yeah, the pocketbook. The pocketbook was found in a locker on the second floor of the dorms, and based on what was written inside, it's believed to be Kyoko's. There's some kind of message scrawled on the last page of the pocketbook. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. So much wasted space in her pocketbook. The biolab on the 5th floor seems to have been repurposed as a morgue. That is true, I forgot about that. A corpse fridge has been installed in the biolab. It seems that a blue light comes on to indicate a slot is occupied. The number of blue lights, counting the slot with Mukuro's body inside, comes to a total of 9. I don't remember how many people are dead. I do remember that I had noticed this, but I forgot if I thought anything was strange or not, because it was just so long ago. The photo depicts all the Hope's Peak students wearing matching uniforms. Worth noting is that Mukuro is pictured, while Makoto is not. Could that mean all the others are working together somehow? It would seem that while Toko and Genocide Jack share certain fundamental knowledge, their individual memories are separate. Kyoko attests that both the stab wound and the blow to the head were inflicted after death. The DVD Kyoko found contained interviews between the headmaster and all the Hope's Peak students. Makoto, however, had no memory of such an interview. Thanks to Monokume's interference, Makoto was unable to watch the DVD all the way through. I don't remember this at all. Hey Billy, you haven't missed anything, I'm just going through everything we've seen so far, because I forgot it all. I don't care about the time limit. So many skills I don't have. I don't have enough, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I'll use it just because I have enough. Okay, here we go. Let's hope it works out.
I've come up with a special rule.
Tell me if the voices are loud enough compared to mine, because during trials, I don't really voice the characters since, you know, they have voice lines already. So if I need to turn up the volume, don't hesitate to tell me. Hey, don't joke about that disease. It's really sad.
So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment.
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Let's go!
Sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
I mean, doesn't he have, like, multiple versions of him?
All that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Ooh. He's finally paying attention. That's crazy. Like, that's probably the first time he said something smart and interesting.
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
Okay, well, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. Who knows? Who knows? No.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence.
Did they
I, too, have
all
evidence
find a
to prove
picture where only
evidence
they
that
were
proves
missing?
Everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How could the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Oh shit, that was the speed. Yeah, no, I know what it is. I just pressed speed instead of slow down.
I have evidence, so I know I'm.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves every...
What? Wait, this doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's how you do it.
How could the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
What?
Shoot.
Okay, well, I'm really stupid. Oh, it wasn't the group photo that I had?
I have evidence,
Wait.
so I know I'm right.
Did I have the group photo loaded? Cause I thought I did, but maybe I had the other one, and I just wasn't paying attention. Cause I was just like so. I don't remember what I did. Did I use the group photo or the other one? I have no idea. Okay, well, I guess we'll just try it again.
Hey, you stole my line.
What?
You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. I have evidence that proves every...
What? This doesn't make any sense. How could the three of us each have that kind of...
Okay, yeah, I just didn't use the group photo. I thought I loaded the group photo as my bullet, but I apparently didn't.
It's not just you three.
Like, I
have
genuinely
evidence
meant to
too.
use that. Obviously, that was the right answer. I just didn't read.
What? You two?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Okay, that's so weird. I figured as much, in which case...
You have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Oh, Toko was already being super weird.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's
Are you
why I'm the
stupid?
only one
Dude,
But you're
pay
in my
attention.
picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap?
Bleh.
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There is a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is... yeah,
In
obviously.
each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long
They're
as
the
we're
person
talking
who
about
took
it,
the picture, I
should
suppose.
show you my photo as well.
Why was there a
In
fish
other
in their
words,
swimming pool?
Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. I mean, they're looking at the camera, because someone's taking the picture. It's probably their friend, the one that's missing. There's something strange about all of them, something I can't quite pin down, something...
Can you just forget about the photo? Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Amnesia. I'm so smart! I'm so cool.
Let's say that somehow.
Yeah, that's what I said. The person taking the picture is the person that's missing, and that's why they're not in the picture. They just like picked really well who to give it to.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable
Aren't you
type story?
a psychic?
Yeah. We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. C'est une hallucination collective. The interviewed DVD, of course.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Right, because I think in the interview, Makoto was saying things that he absolutely doesn't remember saying. So yeah, that is proof of the amnesia. The problem is, we only could see Makoto's interview.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the
Meh.
idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally stupid, obviously. You're saying we all... Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
What? What? I wasn't on the purple text.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us,
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied! I never it any kind of interview?
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for
Good
yourself.
one. Good joke.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
And can you show her the DVD? Because she's not just gonna
What are you
believe
saying?
you.
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
I don't think amnesia is living
To be
and
honest,
breathing.
I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in his school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
I hate to break it to you.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever, that's just insane. How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh no! I don't have to think, I just have to read. He's not my hero. He's my friend, but not my hero. And he's on thin ice, even for friendship.
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
Then I really...
No, don't cry. I'm sorry. I love you. You're my friend. For real, not on thin ice, on very thick ice. And we're sliding together. Frogs in winter.
Pia, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
I know, you're not very smart, baby.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us,
Ice
didn't you?
isn't made of your tears. It's made of... other water. I don't know.
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
It'd be a crazy coincidence. 16 people losing their memories at the same time.
Steal our memories.
How?
Hey!
Come. That
Been a
hardly
while.
matters right
Hope you're
now.
doing good.
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories
It's
we
not the
lost.
only pictures you've seen, to be fair.
There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original
You mean
motive.
the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
What is
sure
it,
does.
The biggest tragedy in the history of humankind or whatever?
But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, Do you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else?
So until we do that, well, either way, we'll have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the only one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Okay! Let's hope we can. I genuinely have no idea what to expect since it's been so long.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Same one who's behind everything. Well, we know for a fact it's not the headmaster. I am hydrated. Thank you very much. Don't even think about me needing to be hydrated. I am so hydrated. So we know the headmaster is not the mastermind. So I don't see how the headmaster's e-handbook is gonna help right now, but I think it might be Monokuma control room, probably.
That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yeah.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
Or not. Okay, fine, I'm sorry. I should read everything. I just don't like that when you listen to everything and you don't try to say something back to them. Makoto gives you like this huge hint every time, and I don't like that, so that's why I try to do things, but I should just read everything they have to say.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you... the mastermind...
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly! You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably...
Okay, here. Yeah.
No, it's wrong.
We know the mastermind is here because Monokuma is remote controlled,
There's
but
no
not from that
question
far.
the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Damn right I did.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time, so there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Well, I'm thinking maybe the mastermind is dead. Or, well, not dead.
What?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Right.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me.
Yeah, I know that much. You're fucking stupid.
Well, it's not me.
Yeah. So are you.
Blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it.
Oh my god.
Aw,
Just think for a second.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time...
I don't know
guessing,
why
we
they
should put
dislike
our
Makoto
minds
so
to
much,
work
honestly.
solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time
He's
have
a
we already
loser, but,
spent
like,
talking about the murder?
So am I.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
So are they.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be
For
one
real,
thing.
that's real bullying.
We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Thank God we have the ultimate detective with us. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds that she didn't have before, because the stab wound was done post-mortem.
I got it! all of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days
It
old.
made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a
Yeah,
few days
but
ago.
like, let's just say there was a poison put there, then the wounds would have time to heal, but she would still die from it. Or even like, it can have fatal internal damage that's been done, but the external wound has healed.
So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself...
That
took
also
place
is
at
true,
least
but I
a few
thought we
days
knew
ago?
when she died, but I guess we don't.
What?
We couldn't really examine her body until after the explosion, so...
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds.
But then
before
that means
ever
that
came
she
here.
was not the one who went to visit Makoto that night when he was sick in his room and tried to kill him.
Huh?
Since she was
How do you
dead.
know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything. I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
No,
Are you finished?
but I can't go back.
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimsey. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry.
I know what
There
I need to
wasn't
do, because
anything
they said that she
about
didn't have any wounds or scars when she entered the school. Yeah, I know, don't give me the
Mukuro was
fucking
the
answer.
ultimate soldier. She must have been. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that
He just stared at her
Mukuro
like,
suffered all
ugh.
those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
It's crazy how good she is at, you know, examining bodies when
Unless
she's
anyone has
not
any
a
better
doctor.
suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then,
She must have
what
been
about
rotting.
the whole matter of what
Ugh.
happened last night?
Wait, no, maybe she was in the fridge.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me. Can't think of anyone else. I mean, the headmaster is dead.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that
Wait,
mask,
but
can you? I mean,
I
that's the
think
whole point of a
it's
mask.
pretty obvious that the mastermind can't be any of the people currently at the trial because, like, Monokuma is moving. So they couldn't be in the Monokuma room controlling Monokuma if they're with them. So either that or it is multiple people. But like it has to be at least one person who isn't with them at the moment.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusama.
So
At least that's
at
what I
first,
think.
if that's always been true, right? At first, we thought there were only 15 students. So that means Mukuro must have been the mastermind or a mastermind. Because she was the only one who was hidden. The only one we didn't see when we saw Monokuma and there were all 15 students. So therefore, she must have been controlling him back then. Now, if Mukuro is actually dead, then it can't be her anymore, but it could be someone else, someone who pretended to be dead, and they were working together. If it's not Mukuro's body and she was replaced with someone else, then Mukuro can be the one, you know, handling Monokuma right now. But I feel like there needs to be at least two people being the mastermind, one of them being Mukuro, and the other one being someone else who pretended to be dead fairly early on. And, you know, I have my theory as to who might be involved.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, it should be obvious.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who is under that mask.
Hey,
I'm
Mello.
telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusama.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
I don't know.
Maybe the right foot.
It was the right hand.
Shoot. You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who is under that mask.
I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? And is it the right hand or the left hand?
What?
Shoot.
Okay, fine. I'll keep on reading.
You never saw their...
So you can't have... I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh?
You did what?
The right
What?
hand
What are you talking about,
or
Mello?
the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
What? It was her
You
hand.
never saw their face, right? So you
Oh,
can't
I
have
know.
any idea.
I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh?
How do you do it though? If you target a spot and then hold down the left mouse button, you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet. Okay.
Is it the right hand or the left hand?
Meh.
Maybe
I think
the
it
left-
might be the
Or
right.
could it be the hips?
You never saw the...
So you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the
wait.
Oh? Is it the right?
Oh yeah, no, you have to do it at the beginning.
Or could it be the hips?
Yeah, shut up.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now.
Okay, it was the right hand.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were
And Kyoko saved me.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been
saved
her.
me!
Uh-oh. No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Does she have a tattoo as well? Before anyone could say anything. Alright, she has something on her hands because she always wears gloves. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands.
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just...
Oh, crying.
On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
It's not for my health, it's because you want to bully me.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet, because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
I wonder how long it's been since we all got to this school.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
And the fridge. Well, the morgue.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The tarp. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
Yeah, so am I. I'm so hungry. I don't know if I can finish this before I'm too hungry and have to go. Like, I don't know how long this is going to last.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly
Because that's what happened.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Because only they had access to it.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity
Okay,
is
never mind.
Talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be
It was
overlooked.
locked for everyone else. An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about?
La, la, la. I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
By
about?
the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that.
It was so long
video
ago, though.
message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little
No.
sister. What do you think?
Yeah,
has
cry in the
happened to your
chat. They
family?
died. They were killed.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
He really did.
He wants you to get upset.
Well, it can't be me because you know what? Your mom and dad and sister. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Well, yeah, a lot of backstory because we're reaching the end of the game. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Or it's that it was closed. Oh shit! How do we play this? I forgot. Okay. Right mouse to lock on, attack with left mouse. Reload with tab. Fever time. Okay. Yeah, I forget.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
I'm really focused.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Shit.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
It's so hard!
What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
I'm so bad! I'm so fucking bad!
I'm not listening!
What? What? He's cheating!
Sure about this? That's impossible!
He's cheating!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
It's so hard!
I'm not listening!
Wait, what? Oh. I forgot I need to change the bullet. I forgot I could change the bullet. I thought they only gave me one. No. No, 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 no.
I refuse to give up yet!
This is the hardest part.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Okay.
I'm not listening!
This?
This should prove it.
Okay. Hey, love. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I was really focused because it was so difficult. But thank you so much. 25 months. It's been over 2 years. That's actually crazy. Thank you so much for supporting me this whole time. Even though I wasn't streaming much. You're perfect.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
There's supposed to be 10.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is...
I got it!
Right.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious?
He's always
That's
helpful.
simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
10 people. That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was 4th. Mondo was 5th. Taka was 6th, and Hifumi was 7th. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
Thanks! See you soon, love.
Up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Well, her body was outside of the morgue. It was in the garden.
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
But yeah, one of them was faking their death.
Lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? But that's what I've been saying! I've been saying it for so long! One of them isn't actually dead! There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. Okay, fine, I'm stupid then. I don't know. Fucking hell. Actually, you're completely right, so... I didn't embarrass myself! They could very well be faking their death, and I may be influenced by the other game I'm playing on my own where people do fake their death. But still. Little key, fine. Well... I like the idea too. I mean, it makes sense as well, because it's like, not kill, but I guess because they say killed twice, then it's probably like a fake. But it would make sense if like, they were actually killed once, and then the body was reused to make it seem like there was another murder, but that wasn't the case. But I don't know if that's what they imply when they say killed twice. I mean, I don't mind looking like a fool, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, yeah. Because that was, like, basically that's what I said earlier. Pretty much what I was explaining with my theory about, like, how Mukuro can be one of the masterminds, but there has to be someone else. And I was saying that maybe, she was dead, and the other was, like... you know, in charge now, but I also said that maybe she wasn't dead, and in order not to be dead, then she would have been reusing a body, which would explain the long red nails that match Junko's. So it's like, it's like, what I've been saying for a while is that I think she's involved in one way or another, either faking her death, or she's been used, but the fact that their measurements match up exactly, I'm just like, something's up. So either Mukuro's dead or Junko's dead, but I don't think both are.
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
I mean, I don't remember exactly how Junko was killed, but if she died from the wounds on her body that are at least several days old, then maybe it's like, I know Monokuma punished her in front of everyone, but I'm just saying, like, I don't remember the exact method of execution, but it would check out that her old wounds are what killed her, because she's been dead for a while, and that's just the wounds that Monokuma inflicted upon her.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
But I still think the theory of a fake killing isn't that stupid either.
Like
it would effectively come down to the same thing, because if like my other theory was that Junko only pretended to be dead and she was fake assassinated by Monokuma, then, you know, it would work just the same within the theory that I have, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I guess this is what they actually wanted us to get.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Obviously.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally going...
Okay, but imagine if I'm wrong and I've been acting so smug and like, yeah, I mean, obviously that's the person who's involved. Because I've been saying it for quite a while now. I was saying it before we even began investigating, because I had noticed quite early on the nails thing. Wait, sorry. I had noticed quite early on the nails thing. But imagine if it's not that and I'm just like really stupid. It's gonna be so embarrassing.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada?
Their names sound so stupid when pronounced the English way.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Wait, how do you... Okay, that's how you do it.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
I don't remember that, but I noticed something else quite early on. I'm so... this is so satisfying. Like, I've been saying it for a while. You can go back to previous VODs, and I called it. It feels so nice. Like, obviously I didn't have the exact details of what happened, but I knew she was involved. I noticed the nails. I did. And I don't know if you guys remembered, but earlier today when we checked the... Earlier in the stream when we checked the truth bullets and we're like talking about Mukuro Ikusaba's, and I saw her physical features, I went and checked Junko's and noticed that it was the exact same.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match? Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to
Yes,
death with
that's
multiple
also
spears.
something that I have thought of, is that the identities could have easily been switched. For example, Junko could actually have been Mukuro or something. But then I didn't say it because I thought about how Junko is like a fashionista and her face is on like all the magazines, and it would be pretty hard to fake it. But like, I mean, in this game, I wouldn't be fully surprised if they were pretending, even when it sounds crazy, you know?
Then her body body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time,
The
it was
nails!
presented as the corpse of
The
one
nails!
Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so
Not exactly
then-
what we said.
What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we
Among
thought were
Us!
dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Yeah, maybe they did.
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
Which is a little bit crazy because, I mean, nobody knew about her, so why risk revealing her existence even if to pretend to be already dead? I do wonder. Was it because she thought we wouldn't kill anyone else? Or because her hideout would have been found eventually? With that opening to the public?
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro? Alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Kasaba is still alive.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro. Then she's still alive? That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I don't know. But that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found.
Well, yeah. Mukuro didn't have a single scar or wound. In addition, her physical features were as follow. And the corpse matches these characteristics, but so does Junko's body, so... Monokuma file and Mukuro's fatal injury. Last... okay... Mukuro's fatal injury would appear to be the collection of wounds covering her body. I don't really know what I'm expected to do.
Then she's still alive? That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma?
I wonder if they want me to use the, like, size of her body and then, we'll figure out a way to say that it was possible for it to be Junko because they were the same size.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
Yeah, the one thing that's making me doubt is the tattoo, because Junko didn't have a tattoo. I mean, obviously we would have known, because she was the fashionista, and like I said, she was in every magazine, so we would have known if she had had a tattoo. Now, can you do a tattoo postmortem? Maybe, but I don't think she'd have the, like, things she'd need.
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed
No,
97
5'7".
pounds.
You're wrong.
Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
It's mostly the tattoo that's weird, but like, it could have been a fake tattoo or
If that was
whatever.
not the mastermind, then
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Geez, I do wonder. Was it the person I've been talking about for so long, saying that it
Junko
was
is
her
still alive.
and that she faked it?
It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Okay, fine, Byakuya. Maybe I'm
But
stupid.
we
I
saw
don't
her get
know.
impaled.
I don't
She died right
know.
before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead.
Did we?
you not?
I honestly don't remember. Yeah, but like, we're no doctors. Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touch her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but... Yeah, but like, you're not an expert. The thing is, it's hard to tell with this game, like, how crazy you can be with your theories, but for example, some people know how to stop their heartbeat. It is extremely difficult, but if she was the ultimate something, I mean, why not? And some, like, you can also imagine that she is, like, a great actress, and if she had it all planned out, maybe she, like, injured herself enough for it to be believable, but actually, she was just pretending to be dead. Like, it is possible, although extremely unlikely, and I don't know how unlikely you can get with this game, is what I'm saying. Macron fanboy is stupid? Yeah, who is that? What? Oh! Byakuya! Oh, thank you, you're so nice. You like me better than him. Let's go. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So,
Mr. Doctor,
the idea that she's
right?
still
Because you've
alive.
been to med school for 8 years?
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you,
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem?
And why aren't you trying? This is our key to freedom. You should be more invested.
Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. That's the whole point of the other game I'm playing. I mean, I'm willing to believe that. Okay, wait. Replicas? L. I need an L. I need a red L. Ah! Replaced. I need a red A. I don't have enough if it's not red. Okay. Red D. Bam!
Now I understand.
Did she have a twin or something? Or a fake body? Who knows?
That's
Who
it.
knows? Who knows? Who
What if
knows?
she switched places with someone else?
The thing is, like I said, they could have like pretended to be one another or something, but just like her face was on the magazines. Unless it was a fake magazine? But then no, because people would recognize her. I mean, she was well known because she was the ultimate. I'm so hungry. I can't wait to be done.
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile.
Well,
right?
they also just like match. I checked.
I don't know anything.
They also
about
have the exact same
switching
measurements.
places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched.
I got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only
Two
way.
of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Yeah, I believe that.
We'd already
Except for
met
the
her?
face. But, I mean, maybe they didn't look so closely, and they were maybe they just, like, look alike enough, or maybe they're even related, and with just, like, the right makeup, the right hairstyle or wig, and the right clothes, I guess they could have fooled them.
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Makeup, duh.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation
Yeah.
or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup in the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because
That's
the
what I
two of them
said.
were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
And why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity. As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. What? I don't know. I mean, I guess this could work, cause like it has the fake wounds. I don't think it'd be her profile. Bon appetit! I mean... Okay, no, I'm stupid. Whoopsie! No? Okay, so it's not about the injuries. Oh, maybe you can't see. Oh, you can never see her face in the photos. Hold on. What matters now is presenting the right evidence. It has to do with what Monokuma tried to keep me from seeing during the investigation. But I was right! They're hiding her face, and it was a different... bad timing. There's a second despair. Okay, so that's what she meant. Two despairs teaming up together. I get it, I get it. I mean... This? No? I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe the places to check? Cause like... It was hidden in places you couldn't access? Okay, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. He tried to hide Junko's identity. Is it with the profile? No! Oh my god, I'm going to die! I don't get it! I don't get it! Because this has nothing to do with anything. At least not yet. I don't get it. I just... What? What? Yeah, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I gave up. Yeah, I'm giving it another try. I really want to eat, and I'm getting distracted by how hungry I am. So I think we may need to finish this some other time. But I want to at least finish this part, you know?
Yes, if that...
Oh, we're picking up from so long ago.
Then they... After all...
I mean, honestly, I've tried so many things. I mean, but I've tried so many things. I'm just gonna try everything I haven't tried. At this point, it's all I can do. So I know it's not this now, but like, you can't see her face in any of the photos. Okay. Whatever. What can it be? It's driving me insane. Okay! He prevented him from watching the video.
DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
I got it. I saw it and I got it. Finally. It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. Okay, yes.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that. Okay, I've got it. I know which one it is. Okay.
What do you want?
Are you sure about this?
You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
Okay.
That's impossible.
It's this one. It's this one. This one. This one. Okay. It's so long to switch between truth bullets.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. Uh-oh. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about
You
them?
never see her face. The unusual circumstance come onto all these pictures. Yeah, I hadn't noticed for this one. Not this one, though.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, In this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
But does this Mukuro's face look like Junko's?
Which is why you
She doesn't have the
pictures
freckles.
that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair. Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now!
Okay! Oh, we're done. Alright. I'm not sure what this means, but I guess it's just them like switching place. And then Junko getting killed, but it's actually Mukuro. Someone took the body. I mean, this is the exact same picture, so it's kind of weird. Oh, hid it in the morgue? Yeah, took the body from the morgue? Okay. Then they went to kill him. But she stopped them. They ran away, but Makoto saw them. Then they placed they had placed Junko's body in the garden. They put the mask on her after taking it off themselves. Well, I say Junko, obviously Mukuro's. That's what we just said. And then Act 5, they find the body. They take off the mask, everything explodes, the body is burned to a crisp, and the mastermind walks out free.
Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, She wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked her and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we met in the beginning.
Oh, but I found out
This
really
is the truth
quickly.
behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The
Oops.
real Junko Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
More secrets? More what? What? What's going on? Okay, it is her. She had blue eyes. I guess that's the difference, 'cause that's the only difference I can see.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you
That's true. They don't care. Bro is chilling. I mean, Hina is like... Ugh. Hina is like angry at least, but Hiro is just like... chill.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No thanks!
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day.
Oh, and she has little Monokuma hair ties.
It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
Was her picture the one on Mukuro's profile? No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to this school. What? I don't know. I don't know!
I got it. That's
This is
right.
so
It
stupid.
was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
That's what I said! She was on the magazine! How did they not figure out that it was in the same person?
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
She has
So I was
no
wrong.
emotions. It's crazy.
Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Those are totally photoshopped. Yeah, okay. That's why she said that.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Oh.
I know. It's such a cliche, right?
I did say that they
I'm
could
almost
be.
embarrassed to admit
I
it.
did say it.
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
She's special.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
She's
Like
a...
I said,
Yeah,
I'm bored easy as
she's
hell.
a special
I get
girl.
fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
Divorce?
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed
She
your own
did.
sister?
And for
But her
reasons
tongue is
deeper,
shorter.
darker than the ocean. As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
She's so silly. She's so freaking silly.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that.
Yeah, she does look like Vetsama.
But after
Holy.
looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a
Okay, so I heard before playing the game that many people liked her. I didn't really understand why, because, well, of course she died so early. Now I get it.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anyone
Yeah,
else.
she thought she'd be untouchable.
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Scary.
We were the ultimate despair, you know?
It's so
But we never had
scary.
any kind of hope or expectations. No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad?
And she has mushrooms on her head now?
That's why it gets me so excited.
What?
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, super, super,
Okay.
super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
My words exactly.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be.
I mean, just
some
like kill
ordinary
yourself and
person.
it'll match
You're
what
some
she
kind of
felt.
Abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic.
What is bro talking
The
about?
hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Wouldn't say that.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
He's not dead.
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow.
Okay. I feel like we won't be getting any like good place to stop, and I am hopelessly hungry. I really do need to eat. So I want to leave now. I think we still have like enough to finish in another stream, probably, because we still have like more shit to figure out, and probably like an ending phase of the game. No more gameplay at all, because like I'm really, really hungry. I just really want to eat. It's 9:30. I mean, I don't really mind if the next stream is like 30 minutes long, to be honest. Because I'm worried she still has a lot to say. Like, maybe there's nothing more than just talking. That seems right. But I feel like there might be more talking to just like explain everything. And I can't go through another half hour of talking. I need to eat. Yeah, probably. Like, I'll finish the game, and if it's too quick, I'll just figure something out. But I can't go on. I am way too hungry. Oops, that was just the end of the music. But thanks guys for sticking around. It was a very productive stream. We're almost at the end of the game, and I am so smart. I figured maybe not everything out, like a lot of it. I did figure that Junko was suspicious, that she was involved. I did say that I thought it could be her, that she could be the mastermind. Like I don't want to go back to my own VODs, but I feel like I pretty much called it. Obviously, I didn't have it down to the details, but I mean, for someone who has been so stupid in the past, I gotta say it was quite impressive, if I dare say so myself. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I don't know when that will be. I hope to see you on Sunday. Because we'll be playing Among Us. But yeah. Thanks for watching just the ad. I really appreciate. At least you stopped by. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. I'm really sorry. Merci, j'ai très faim. And yeah, I'll try to stream in, you know, less than 2 months. Whoopsie. Because I really want to finish the game. And once we're done, we can just play Danganronpa 2. So it will never end. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Anyways, bye-bye!